Right, I thought I'd just turn the camera on because some people like this shit. I mean, I like watching people cook and prepare food and things like that. It's kind of like, and particularly when you want to see what the final product looks like and tastes like. So let's have a look then without any further ado. So here I have most of those mushrooms, and I've not used my own foraged mushrooms because I've kind of gone off their bluets. They're kind of like, I don't know, just I think, you know, sometimes you can just eat too much of one thing for a while. And so the curious thing is about our culinary fads. I have had a taste for curries for a long time, and the curries I make are this variety here. These are from Aldi, and they're Madras, so they're strong, and I like to add my own chilies to that as well. And then I just turn this in with onions, chicken, peppers, mushrooms, and if there's a couple of other vegetables that I just fancy whacking in there, then I'll add that as well. But I just haven't had one of these for about a month now, and I'm like, why is that? I don't know why it is. It's just that I haven't fancied it. And so got one whole onion there. It wasn't a particularly big one, so I'm just going to bang this offcut of onion in it as well, and then just going to boil this until it's not that, they're not that soft. You don't want them that soft. You want them to be kind of like a little bit crunchy. And so I've got stuff over here. Got the water already on the boil, because when you bite into the cheese and potato pie, then you've got the crunchiness of the onion instead of the sogginess. You know, you want texture, don't you? That's a large part of cooking, is that you've got to have texture to these foods. You can't just be having boring old soggy shit. And so I think I'm going to have a bigger saucepan and get the cheese grater out. So in here, I'll put them, and I'm going to whack a knob of butter in here. And I'm not going to be shy. So I'm just going to bang that in there and soften them up. On this here heat. Put that on 4, doesn't need to be getting carried away. Now what I've done, I've already got these on the go, the rosips, and I've just covered the rosips, so that is enough to soften them up. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them about 5 minutes. They've been on 5 minutes, leave them for another 5 minutes. Then I'm going to drain the water. I don't want the water in this time. I just want the pulp. That's what I'm looking for. Looking for the pulp. So we've got a lot of stuff going on. We've got the potatoes boiling, we've got the rosips boiling, we've got the onions boiling. We're going to have the mushrooms all prepared and ready to go. And next up is to have a little bit of kratom, white kratom. I've got white, yellow and green, and I alternate them so as not to, you know, entice any sort of dependability. And that's about the dose. You can't beat drugs, people. You got drugs in your life. Just to get outside. Just a little bit of everyday consciousness. And then what happens when you have a bottle of beer and a bit of kratom? All of a sudden everything's wonderful. And it's kind of, whoa. Well, it's not exactly like that, but you feel a little bit sweet. Now then, rice experiment, okay? The rice that I said fuck all to. I never said fuck all to you, did I? I never said fuck all to you. And what happened? When you don't say fuck all to it, a fuck all happens. When you say I love you, then you get some bullshit happening. I'm fucking lying, am I? Start saying you love somebody, you get bullshit happening. What bullshit happened when I said I love you? And this was from the 3rd of September. So this is well over 2 months. In here, there is a ball that's formed. And the irony of it is, what's really bizarre, some of you long-term viewers will remember I did this thing about a pink football, the law of attraction, and I said, I'm going to imagine I'm going to come upon a pink football. The next day I came upon a pink football. Go figure. And so, this fucking thing, I don't want to undo the top because it's starting to stink now. Fermenting and sweetness and sourness and sour really. But you can see in there that ball. What the fuck is that all about? And it's going pink. Now the rest of it, no problem at all. All I say is like, well, what's all that about? You say to rice you love it, and it turns into a pink football. There's some things about this world I will never understand. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there. Okay, what's going on? Some shit's going on over here, people. Onions are boiling. Gotta turn them down. Mushrooms, just want a bit of a spin in that butter. Wow! Yeah! So they're on low. I'm going to put them on 3. They're on 3. Turn those down now. Potatoes at the back. Now with the potatoes, I always cook potatoes in their skin. Because just under the skin, that is where 90% of the nutrients are. And so, I've always been very mindful of how long you should cook things for. And tomatoes, by the way. If you buy pre-cooked tomatoes, then most of the nutrients have gone out of them. If you eat raw tomatoes, you won't be able to extract most of the nutrients. So apparently what you need to do is semi-cook them. And when you semi-cook them, that then enables you, breaks down something, and enables the body to be able to ingest them better and to get the full benefit. So I think what I'm going to do is, I've got a couple of mushrooms over here. I don't know what they are, but I think they'll be alright. I'm just going to bang them in the pot with the other Come on. Come on. Look at this mushroom. Isn't it beautiful? I found these in a huge long curve. And, okay, potatoes boiling over there. Yeah, a huge long curve on grass. Just like council grass, you know, the side of the road. And I've not looked in my book, but I'm seeing a little bit pink under there, and they're kind of yellow on the top. They have a hollow stipe, and so it's going to be interesting to see what they are. Two more mushrooms whilst we're at it is this one here. Anybody got any ideas? Come on, all you fungi foragers. What's that? This one's beautiful. There was a lot of these, and it's one of these decurrent variety of mushrooms again. Means the gills go down the stipe, and it's all nice and flowery and orange on top, and I just feel like eating it right now. Okay, so we've got mushrooms. You'll do. Now, the mushrooms, not necessary to get them all soggy and horrible, leave them a little bit of texture. So this is where we are with the mushrooms. Just nice and crunchy, and by the time I've warmed them up again, that'll cook them a little bit more. So I'm happy with them. So I'm going to turn them off. Potatoes are boiling. Onions. Just going to check to see what state they're at. Now then, they're still a little bit crunchy, more crunchy than I require. These here, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to have a look. They're all soft, and I think they're soft enough. And so this is all experimenting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drain this water, and it's only marginally red, so there's little juice in it. So I'm going to drain these, and then I'm going to pulp them with a potato masher, and then sift them through a wet tea towel. So they're drained, gonna let them cool down. Then I'm gonna take out an old tea towel. And the reason why I'm using an old tea towel, guys and girls, which is already stained, because it's gonna get filled with these micro barbed hairs, which are on the seeds of these. And so I use these tea towels. I probably use these for draining elderberries, and so going to dampen this so all the juice isn't absorbed in the towel. So dampen that off now, and then I've got some cheese to grate. Onions are well on the way, and potatoes another 10 minutes. Okay, so any of you want to watch me grating some cheese? Really? Any of you want to listen to me speaking about the nature of the universe, the cosmos, God and consciousness? No, okay. Come on in. Come on in. Come down here. Right. Cheese grater. Cheese. Bowl. All good fun, yeah? I hear you. Oh, don't get me wrong, I hear you. It's all good fun. And so, this is fully matured cheddar. And it's absolutely gorgeous, and I don't know why anybody would want to eat tasteless cheese like that mozzarella crap. Why would you ever want to be eating that when you could be eating something which has got a great deal of taste to it? I mean, if I bang this all over a pizza, and it's going to be like stringy and chewy, the same as that mozzarella crap. Only this is going to taste of something. And it's going to be exciting to eat, and you're going to know that you've eaten it, because it's kind of like, wow, that was some good shit. But mozzarella, you know, lots of this stuff, mozzarella, I think that cheese is used because of its stringy, rubbery nature, which, you know, it's kind of like good in Italian food. And I think probably also it doesn't burn as much as regular cheese, because it doesn't have the same amount of fat in it. That's my hypothesis. And maybe people use mozzarella like Italians because it doesn't have that much fat in it, and so maybe it's a little bit more healthy. But I'm going to turn all that in to the potatoes, and then I'm going to have more. I'll probably get some red cheese to sprinkle on the top with the tomatoes. And so I'm going to get the tomatoes out. Uno, dos, y tres. Tomatoes. And I think it's important just to swirl your tomatoes, people, because they have a lot of shit on them, don't they? So, tomatoes. Slice them up. And this meal, it's just kind of like, it's one of those that there's a particular taste to every mouthful you have, with the cheese and the potato and the onion, and then the roasted cheese on top, and then the tomatoes, and then the mushrooms, and then the bacon. And it's kind of like, woo! Right, that reminds me, I've just got to take bacon out of the fridge freezer. So, over here then, I'm going to bang these to this tea towel and see what happens. I'm not even really expecting to get a great deal from because it's going to be thick. So how am I going to be able to squeeze it through here? I might lose all this batch just trying this, but you know, it's all trial and error. So I need another saucepan. Right, so I think what I'll do is, I need a bigger saucepan like this one. Transfer those to that and sift them in this. Bang them in there. And then you need muscles like Garth to squeeze this down to extract those goodies. Now, it's still too hot. They're too hot for me to do that. But the stink. What does the stink like? Cheesy feet. It stinks like cheesy feet. But I'm going to twist them like that, and you can see that the juice is already coming out here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to enable them to lose the heat for a while. And I think there's going to be other stuff for me to do whilst I'm waiting for them to cool down. And so over here we have the onions And I think I'm happy with them now. So I'm going to drain them, drain the onions. And then they'll be ready to turn in the potatoes. The potatoes will almost be ready for mashing. Ooh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Crunchy onion. So that's all good. Now, normally, if I wasn't talking to you guys, I'd be cleaning everything up as I go along. But I've got a little bit behind. I'm getting a bit of a mess. So I'm just going to check the potatoes. And yeah, the potatoes, in actual fact, the potatoes, they're going to cook when they're in the oven in any case. And so I can afford just to have them a little bit firmer than I would do under normal circumstances. So, wow, potatoes. Now then, gonna smash them to pieces. And as I smash these to pieces, I'm gonna whack these onions in. Now because, look, they're very dry, and so I'm gonna help them along a little bit, you know, mash gets smash. So I'm gonna put some butter in, put a load of butter in, never shy about using butter, I absolutely love butter. And seeing as I'm one of these dudes that just doesn't get fat in any case, then I can afford to do it. And I think I'm going to whack a bit of milk in there as well, just to help things along, right? In actual fact, just pour that in, there you go. Yeah, oh shit. Yeah. And so, the potato with the skins on, that makes this meal, instead of being like just a bunch of, you know, vitaminless carbohydrate and starch, I've at least got the vitamins and nutrients from the skin, and just under the skin now you don't have to be too crazy about mashing this up, you know, because we're not really looking for such a fine mashed potato texture. We can allow for a bit of like roughage in there, you know, a few lumps maybe. And so, just put that there. Onions, bang them in. And the most exciting and yummy, yummy, yummy part of this is when we put the cheese in. So we bung that cheese in, and I don't know, I probably got carried away there. Let me just see, I might put a bit of this on the top. But gonna turn that in. And I'm thinking, you know, I don't think potato pie could ever be cheesy enough. And so I'm going to go the whole hog on that. And then I'm going to go just over the roads and get some more cheese to sprinkle on the top. So, turn that in. Whoa! Now you're starting to see a nice creamy consistency to it, huh? Yeah, man! Oh my God! You know, whenever my stepmother used to be making this, I used to be hanging around the kitchen because I just wanted to lick this shit. And then when you scrape this out into the Pyrex disc, I'd have my finger around this saucepan. Oh, I was in ecstasy. Right, and so let's go over here. So, got the Pyrex dish. Cheers. Right. Now, I don't mind eating things a couple or 3 days consecutively, particularly when I love the food so much. It's not like, oh, you know, I'm going to be bored of this tomorrow, I'm not going to want it. No, I'm going to look forward to it every single day. But even if I don't want to have this meal with the beans and the bacon and the mushrooms, then I can just eat the potato with whatever else I've got. Now, that, ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, that is something else. And so, seeing as I don't have the other cheese at this moment in time, when I've got the cheese, I'll sprinkle that all over, thick, and then I'll place these all over the top, and then I'll put that in the oven for about half an hour until the cheese is bubbling and browning on the top and it's crispy, and you know, you got that little bit of burnt cheesy taste. That is awesome. And then when that's done, then I put the bacon in the oven and warm the mushrooms through and the beans, and we're ready to go. So anyway, okay, just before I let you guys go, gonna see what happens with this. Okay, it doesn't seem to be that hot anymore. Now then. Oh my God. Well, I'm getting syrup, but I think what's happening is that I've bitten off more than I can chew, because it's taking too much pressure for me to grind them up. Look at that. And so what I think I'll do is I'll take a good lump of it out and see if I can squeeze this. Okay, yeah. You see, there's more redness coming out. And if I had some sort of a, look at that, oh my God, that's good. That is good. But you don't get much, look. You don't get much. And so, now, this is all dry. And look, that one's still whole. Now here's the thing, the taste is gone from that, there's no taste in it. So I'm not missing anything by not extracting any more out. So, the moisture has gone. I said, oh, that's okay then. It just goes to show how many you need if you are gonna extract anything. Let me see if I can. Oh my god! And then just that precious little extract there. And I'm gonna put that in the bin. Put that pellet in the bin. Actually, I tell you what, I wonder if the birds would eat this, or whether they'd get all this Barbie shit. And I don't think I'll give it them. So I'm gonna put, let's say, that many in again, and see if we can extract just a little bit out. See that coming out there? Well, I think they would need machines to do this, because they don't seem very profitable to me. And I wonder if I boiled this down any more, I could extract more. I probably could. And so I think actually what I'll do is, I'll save these pellets, I'll get that other one out of the bin. Right, where are you going? Down here, okay. So, you know, it's all in the name of science. I know some of you like science. And so, this is in the name of science. Let's see what will happen with that. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, to be fair, whether it's been worth it. I really wonder whether it actually has been worth it. So this is the syrup. Okay. Just let me rinse my hands. And then I'm going to get a jar. And I'm going to put that in. But that's the right consistency for the syrup, isn't it? I mean, I don't know whether I'm expecting too much. Let's have one of my jars out here. Here we go. Well, what can we say? Come on, against this. it's alright. I suppose if you've got nothing better to do, and you really need your vitamin C, then this is supposed to be 60 times higher in vitamin C than citrus fruits. So you can like teaspoon this around your family in the winter time. And you know, there might be a nutritional benefit from that. So, well, anyway, without being defeated on this, I'm going to do the process again, and I'm going to boil these some more. Yeah, well, now we're going to right, put this in there. I'm going to wash that out in the sink and then put it in the washing machine without any other clothes, because you don't want that shit getting all in your clothes. I think I made that mistake before. So a little bit of water, not much, not much. Let me see if I just break this down. Okay, a little bit more. Well, in actual fact, I mean, I can afford to put quite a bit of water in this time. I mean, look in there now, you see, that's looking good, isn't it? I think probably what I did was, you know, I poured the water away. Now I'm crushing these up. I poured the water away when I shouldn't have actually poured it away. Because look at that, that's looking beautiful, isn't it? And you see they're still whole, and so I've got to crush them. And by the time I've crushed every one of them, I've already got, you know, a good lump of, well, good syrup there. And so I don't think I necessarily need to boil that again. I'm just going to sieve it and see what happens. At least if you do decide that you're going to do this, then I've took a lot of the labour out. Now look, well, I don't know, let me just fucking just put it in there. I'm not going to pour too much in, so I can grip it. I'm anticipating on extracting more. Yeah. Uh-oh. Now, even if this doesn't have the consistency of syrup, then you could drink it like some sort of juice and mix it with I'm just going to empty this in the bin, mix it with some other fruit juice. Maybe that might be cool, you know. I will ultimately sieve this again through a fresh towel. I'm going to put all that in because I'm getting a little bit impatient doing this shit. I'm not vitamin C deficient, to be fair. Yeah. Slowly, I can feel the moisture draining out of it. It's like trying to get money out of a Jew. Come on, give me your money, Jew. That's not hate speech, by the way. That's real speech. Fuck. Hang on, just let me catch my breath, people. I just gotta catch my breath here. Let me just hello, it's me. Right then. Okay. Right, I'm alright with that. I'm alright with it. Don't worry. No, I mean, I'm okay. Don't get feeling sorry for me, anything like that, people. I'm alright. It's alright. Some things in life, they just don't go so perfect. But it's all good. Just clean this onion saucepan. And now, clean towel. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again with love. This should be a much easier affair. But there's still a little, you know, few hairs in there and shit. And so I don't want them. Completely get rid of that. And then transfer that into there. And it's probably about a quarter as sweet as the pulp. The pulp's good. If you could have a proper press to extract that and get the syrup or the jam, then that'd be cool. But I think it would benefit from warming through in a saucepan, and I think I'll do this with a tablespoon or two of brown sugar, because it's kind of like, it's not really that sweet. It's just got the rose-hip taste, but not that strong. And so I'm thinking, well, why would I want to drink this? Over and above some cranberry juice or some mixed fruit juices. Well, because I made it myself. Because it's fresh and natural. And it's brimming with vitamin C. Just enough reason, isn't it? That's what I thought. So that's what I'll do. When I've cleaned up, I'm going to put this in a small saucepan with some sugar, and then I think it will be perfect. And in actual fact, I could even, you know, boil it up in some ginger. So you got the ginger and the elderberries. That might be really cool. So next thing, you'll see the finished product of this meal, and you'll be going straight out to the shop to buy up the produce, because it's just so amazing. Anyway, catch you dudes.